Hello guys, welcome to our Python bootcamp series. So we are going to continue our Python bootcamp series. So in previous video, I have solved two problem uh, with real life example in function. Okay. Now I am going to continue it. Mm, okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, so I already solved this problem. Convert temperature. Okay, so here I'm going to explain again. Okay, uh, this is a function def and this is the function name. Here I am going to pass two uh, parameter, temperature and unit. Okay, and this is the description of function. Okay, so this function convert temperature between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, if unit equals to C means it will return this line. Okay, this is the formula to convert Celsius into a Fahrenheit. Okay, if unit equals to F means unit equals to Fahrenheit, then it will return this formula for converting Fahrenheit to a Celsius. Okay, if both of these condition is not true, then it will return none. Okay, here you can see I'm going to print convert temperature. This is the function name and this is also function name. Here I'm going to pass 25 and here I'm going to pass 77. So I'm going to convert this 25 in Celsius and 77 in Fahrenheit. Okay, so I got this result. Okay, this result for, and this result for first one, and this result for second one. Okay, Celsius to Fahrenheit, this one, and this one is for Fahrenheit to Celsius, last one, this one. Okay, and this is for second program for password strength checker. Okay, so here I'm going to check strength of this password. Okay, so here you can see length of this password is less than 8. Here I'm going to check. Okay, but no, we don't have length is great less than 8. Okay, so you can count length of this input 2, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have its length is 10. 10 is not equals to 8, so this will false. Okay, and here length is equals to 10. Okay, now after this step, now I'm going to move this step. Okay, not any character is digit, 4 character in password. Okay, so if we have any like I'm going to check if it has any kind of digit. Okay, so here yes, I have 0 digit here. So condition contain, I'm going to check condition that it contain a digit or not. Okay, so here I find out 0 is present here. Okay, so it is true. Again I'm going to check lower character. So it has any lower character? Yes, this has any lower character, that is TRNGWD. Here you can see WDTRNG. Okay, again I'm going to move on this condition. It has any upper character? Upper character means capital letter. So yes, it has S and P. Here content upper character S and P. Okay, now I'm going to check here. It has it not it if not any character in these. Okay, 4 character in password, then return false. Okay, so we can check here. It has exclamation. Okay, then it will true. Okay, and final output is also true, all conditions satisfied. Okay, you can see here all condition is satisfied. Then I am going to check output for this password and this password. Okay, so I already show you a dry run of this, and this is the big password, this is the strong password. Now I am going to run this. So first one is not strong password and second one is strong password. Okay, I hope you got it. Now I am going to write another code here. Code is calculate total cost. Calculate the total cost of the item in a shopping cart. Okay, so here I'm going to write code. If calculate, if calculate if calculate total cost, and here I'm going to pass cart is a parameter. Now initially we have total cost equals to 0. Okay, now I'm going to write for loop here, for item in cart. Okay, if item present in the card or for item in the card, total cost, I'm going to add in total cost plus equals to item of price of item. Okay, not item of price. And here I'm going to use asterisk for every item price, and here no, this is a for multiplication, sorry. And here I'm going to multiply item into quantity. Okay, so total cost, I'm going to add this total cost. Initially we have 0. Okay, so 0 plus price of item and its quantity here. Now I'm going to return here return total cost. Total cost. Okay, so here this is our code. Okay, initially we have total cost equals to 0. Okay, and for item in a card. Okay, for item in a card. So here you can see we have a item in a card like this, name apple and its price 0.5 and quantity is 4. Okay, and we have banana. Name of item is banana and price of it 0.3 and quantity is 6. Okay, so we have different item. Also orange price 0.7, quantity is 3. Okay, then what I'm going to do here? Here I'm going to calculate total cost. Okay, so initially I have 0. Okay, I'm going to use this formula, item price plus item quantity. So 0.5 and 4, multiply 0.5 into 4, so I got 2.0 here in this formula. Here I'm going to calculate total cost for banana. So here 0 plus 0.3 into 6. Okay, so I got 1.8 because total cost is our 0. Initially I have 0, so I need to add here 0. Okay, so 0 plus 2.0, so I got 2.0. But here 0.3 into 6. Okay, item price and item quantity, so I got 1.8. And now previously um, apple apple cost is 2.0, so here I'm going to add 2.0 plus this 1.8. I got 3.8. Okay, now I am going to calculate for orange. So orange price is 0.7 and its quantity is 3. I got 2.1. Okay, so you can check here 3.8. Okay, previously I have total cost is 3.8. Now I am going to add 2.1 here, so I got 5.9. Okay, so this is the dry run for this code. Now we can test this code for testing purpose. Okay, for testing purpose, here I need to define one variable, that is cart. C-A-R-T. Cart equals to square bracket space. Okay, I need to remove these. I need to remove this line also. Okay, now I need to apply it, comma and comma. Okay, so here I need to give it some indentation. Okay, now it is correct. I'm just using for I'm using this code for testing. Oh, now I'm going to call the function. Okay, function call. So here total cost equals to calculate total cost. This function name, and here I'm going to pass card. Okay, now I am going to print this total cost. Okay, so I got 5.8 our total cost here. Here you can see it has 5.9. Okay, this is for example purpose. This is the custom data. Okay, and here you just need to calculate total cost like this: item price and item quantity. Okay, now I am going to write code for check if a string is palindrome. Okay, first of all I need to convert string into a lowercase. Okay, so I have a string like a man, a plant, a kennel, Panama. Okay, then I need to remove space from this string. After removing space from this, I will got this kind of result, or you can say in output I got this. Okay, after removing space, I need to reverse by using colon colon minus one. Okay, so it will reverse and compare that original string is equals to reverse, then it will give you true. Okay, so this is the logic for find out the palindrome. Here I am going to define one function, is palindrome as equals to s dot lower dot replace. Here I can check that it is in lower. If it is not in lower, then it will convert the lower form. Okay. If you have a string like this, then it is it. If it is not in lower form, then it will convert in lower form and replace all the spaces by using like this. Okay. I'm giving a space here, comma. Again. Now it will return s equals to s double quotes minus one. Here after removing space, I'm going to reverse this string. Okay, after reverse this, I'm going to compare. So here you can see I am going to compare original string, compare with the reverse string. Okay, if it is if both are equal, then it will return what? It will print Rocco. Okay, so I'm going to check with one string. Okay, here I'm going to pass function name, and inside this I have a string, this one. So it is a true. It is a palindrome string. Okay. Now I'm going to move another question, that is factorial number. Okay. I already explained lots of time what is factorial. Okay. So here you can see we are going to find out factorial of 4. Okay. So factorial for 4, I'm going to check condition that factorial 4 is equals to 0 but not. Then it return 4 into factorial 3. Okay. Here factorial of 3 is not equals to 0, then factorial of 3 is 3 into factorial 2. Factorial 2 equals to, again I'm going to check condition, 2 is equals to 0, no. 2 into factorial 1. Factorial 1 here, 1 not equals to 0, then 1 into factorial 0. So here 1, I got 1 and factorial of 0 is also 1. Okay. Okay, if you if you use formula of factorial, then you got factorial of 0 is equals to 1 and factorial of 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so here if you write 1 into 1, then you got 1. Okay, so factorial is equals to 0, 0 equals to 0. Okay, so here I got 1, and this is a base condition and this is the recursive condition return phase. Okay, so like if you are on stairs, from you are on stairs 4, stair 3, stair 2, stair 1, and you are at the bottom stairs, sorry, you are at the bottom stairs, then again you want to go up, so you need to go on stairs 0. From stairs 0 you need to go on stairs 1. Okay, so here factorial 1 is 1 and factorial 0 is 1 multiply 1. I got 1 here. Okay, here factorial 2, 2 into 1. Okay, you can see here 2 into factorial 1 is what? I have factorial 1 is equals to 1. Okay, this one. Now it will become 2 into 1 is 2. Here you can see now factorial 3 is 3 into factorial 2. Here you can see. So I got 3 into factorial of 2 is 2. So I got 6 here. Factorial 4 is 4 into factorial 3. So what is what do we have at factorial 3? We have 6. Then 4 multiply with 6, I got 24. Okay. So it is like stairs. You need to reach again up. So here you are in bottom stairs. Then you need to go at stair 1, at stair 2, at stair 3, and at stair 4. Okay, so this is the recursive case and this is the base case. Here I'm going to write code for factorial. Define factorial function. Okay, if n equals to 0, then it will return 1 because its factorial is 1. Okay, else it will return n into factorial n minus 1. Okay, then print factorial of 4. Here I'm just going to pass 4. So you got, oh, it is inside the if condition here. Oh, now I am going to run. So I got 24 factorial of 4. Now you can see a function to read all file and count the frequency of each word. Okay, so first of all I'm going to write code here. Actually I have file in my folder, this one, simple text. Okay, in this file I have hello world, hello python world. Okay, so I have these two line in the sample.txt, this file present in this folder. Okay, now I am going to use this file. Okay, that's why I'm showing you this file. Okay, now I need to close this. Okay, here here I'm going to write a function to read a file and count the frequency of each word. Okay, first of all I need to define one function, count underscore word and frequency. Okay, here I'm going to pass file path. File underscore path colon. Okay, now I am going to count the words bird underscore. Okay, so here it is a empty dictionary. Okay, I will use it for count the word and store the it's the count here. Okay, bird count. I am going to write with here you can see open the file in read mode. Okay, and read each line one by one. First of all, I need to open the file in read mode and read the each line one by one. Okay, then split the line into word and convert each word into a lowercase and remove the punctuation using strip and add word to the dictionary and count the frequency and return the dictionary. Okay, so we are going to follow these steps. Okay, so here I am going to use with open file path. File path here, this is read mode as file. Okay, so here I am going to open the file in read mode here by using with. Now second line, read each line one by one. So here I am going to write code for read each line one by one by using for loop. Okay, for line in file. Okay, because I wrote here line, sorry, file. Okay, and here this is the file path and this is the read mode. And here for file in for line in file I need to write colon here, and after this, after read line one by one, split the line into word. Okay, so words equals to line dot split because I'm going to split these line. Okay, now after split the line into word, okay, convert each word to the lowercase. Okay, so here I am going for convert the word into a lowercase. Okay, so word equals to word dot lower, okay, dot strip. Here I am going to use dot comma exclamation question mark, where is question mark semicolon colon in bracket, sorry, in double quotes I have slash. Okay, then I have another single quotes. Okay, now everything is fine. Word equals to word equals to word dot lower and strip. Okay, now after convert each word to the lowercase, remove the punctuation using strip. Okay, so I'm after converting word dot into a lower form. Okay, I need to use strip for remove the punctuation like this comma, question mark, colon, semicolon, slashes, वगैरह. Okay, So here word underscore count word equals to word underscore count dot get word comma 0 plus 1. Okay, so here add the word to the dictionary and count its frequency. Okay, so I am going to add words into this dictionary word count here. I'm going to add these words into a dictionary and count its frequency. So by using this get word comma 0 plus 1, I'm going to count its frequency. Okay, so here if you can check like bird equals to we have hello, or bird equals to we have hello welcome whatever. Okay, so it will count the frequency. Here this is for key and this is for, but here you can see this is for key and this is for value. Okay, if key is not present in your file, then it will return 0. If is key present there, or here in bird count, then it will be 1 here. Okay, and after this I need to add one. So initially we can check this word count, it's empty, we don't have any frequency of this. Okay, so initially like if we in file, okay, I need to use file, where is file? Okay, this file. Okay, here I'm going to calculate hello. Okay, so first initially we don't have any hello. Okay, here in word count. Okay, then I'm going to calculate its frequency. So initially its count is 0. Okay, so after adding hello here, it will become 0 plus 1 equals to 1, first count of hello, then we insert hello here. Now again I'm going to take another element, that is bird. Okay, so we don't have any bird, so again its frequency is also 1. Okay, after the like initially we don't have any word in the dictionary, so 0 plus 1 will become 1. Okay, now again I'm going to check with hello. So previously I stored hello here. Okay, its count is 1. Now again I'm going to count hello again. Okay, so it will give you previous one and adding new hello. So this is also 1, so I got frequency of hello is 2. Okay, so here we can calculate frequency like this by using this formula. Okay, I hope you got it. I'm just going to remove this, we don't need it. Okay, now return word underscore count. File path, file underscore path, file path equals to, what is the file name? Sample, sample, sample.txt. Okay, now I am going to create another variable, that is word frequency. Word frequency equals to, I'm going to call this function 1 minute. Count word frequency. Here I am giving this file name. Okay, now I can use print word frequency. Okay, I got it. Cannot access local variable word where it is not accessible with a value. Oh, I got error in this line number 6. I need to check unbounded local where. Okay, here it should be word, not a word. Okay, again, list has no attribute lower. Bird dot lower. Okay, I am going to check bird dot lower. Bird equals to line dot split. Oh, for line in a file. Words. This is the words, not a word. Words line dot split. Oh, I did mistake here. Actually, I am going to read words, so that's why I need to apply for loop here. For word in words. Okay, for bird in words, then bird equals to for bird in a birds. Okay, bird equals to bird dot lower and remove the space and count the frequency and return the word count. Okay, so I got this output. Hello has two frequency and word has two frequency and Python is one frequency. Okay, you can check here in this code. We have two frequency of birds. Bird are coming here. I mean two time. Occurrence of bird is two and occurrence of hello is also two and Python is present only one time here. Okay, so I am in this file. Okay, I hope you got it. First of all, you need to follow this condition. Open the file in read mode. Okay, after creating this function, and here I'm going to store every word. Okay, open the file in read mode. Okay, so you can write code. Okay, like this. Okay, with open file path, this is the file path. Okay, where I store my file. Okay, and here r in the r means read mode as a file. Okay, so here I'm going to read every line one by one by using this loop for line in files. Okay, and here again read each line one by one. After this, split the line into word. Okay, so here I'm going to split line into words. Okay, and here convert each word to a lowercase. After this, I'm going to apply for loop for word in a words. Okay, and here in every word, I'm using dot lower function that it will convert into a lower and remove the space from words. Okay, now I'm going to count its frequency by using this line and return the count. Okay, this is the file path, simple text I already have in my folder, and word frequency equals to, this is the function name, and this is the file path. Okay, this is the variable name. Now I am going to print this variable. Then I got hello has two frequency, word has two frequency, and Python is one frequency. I hope you got it. Now you can move on example 7, valid email address. Okay, so here this is the input. Email address is text@email.com. Okay, so here I am using regex. Okay, regex are used for matching. It is called a regular expression. It is a regular expression can contain both special and ordinary character. Here you can see both special and ordinary character. It contain both special and ordinary character. Most ordinary character like a, capital A, from A to Z in capital or small. Okay, or from zero are the sim or zero are the simplest regular expression. They simply match themselves. You can concatenate ordinary characters so last matching the string. So the special character are dot match any character is expect a new line. Match the, here you can see we have different regular expression, we can match it. Okay, so here I'm going to define one function, that is define is valid email. Okay, here I'm going to pass email. Email is this text at the rate email.com. Now I am going to check is this valid or invalid. Okay, so first of all, rejects check user part. This is this part. Okay, user part. So first of all, rejects check the user part, and then if it is valid, okay, here you can see user part is text. Okay, this is valid. Okay, now it will check symbol at the rate. Okay, this is also present at the rate here. So first of all, in this pattern, it will check the username, this one, this text. Okay, because I am going to use small a to capital Z, so we can match that we have a small letter or capital letter. Okay, or if you have capital letter from capital A to capital Z. Okay, and it will match from number from 0 to 9. Okay, it will match dot plus minus. Okay, so here in this is the user part. Okay, it will match this user part. Okay, and after this it will check this part at the rate part. Okay, this is also valid. Okay, and it is present dot at the rate. Okay, now it will check this part. Here I also have capital A to Z and small a to Z and 0 number from 0 to 9. Okay, and hyphen. Okay, so it will check these things. Okay, now again it will check dot. Okay, after dot, here dot is present, dot present here. Okay, and after dot it will check com. So here this is for com may be from start from a to capital Z, and it will start from a between a to Z, capital A to Z, small a to Z, and from 0 to 9. Okay, so this is also valid. Now rematch, return the match object and match found. Okay, so here I have this email, so match found here. Okay, then it will return pattern and email. Return re re means uh, rejects regular expression. Okay, support for regular expression re. This module provide the regular expression matching the operation similar to those found in Perl. It supports both 8-bit and Unicode string. Both the pattern and the string being processed can contain null but byte and character outside the US ASCII range. Okay, so basically we are going to use this for matching. So return matching pattern and email. Okay, if it is not found out, then it will return none. So here this is print statement. Here I'm going to use this function. I'm going to call this function. Here I'm passing this email, and this is for first, this is for first out, this is for first input, and this is for second input. Here in first input I am giving test at the rate example.com, and this is second input invalid email. So I'm going to write, so it will check first email is valid. Okay, but this is not a valid email. So guys, these are the example by using function. I have finished now. Okay, do it without recursion. I also did without recursion. You can check on my YouTube channel, Rahul. Your email rejects is pretty outdated. This is just a simple Python. I can't use like a fancy method or fancy tools for writing code. This is the basic Python boot camp. Okay, I'm just creating basic Python bootcamp playlist. This playlist for beginner who don't know what is Python and what is small things. That's why I'm going to teach here. And otherwise, you want to go on advanced level, then you can watch my DSA question. I already solved here.